person that's authorized to be on the course is strictly limited to authorized and registered wheelchair and hand cycle participants, and authorized course marshals on bicycles. Baby joggers, baby strollers, skateboards, rollerblades, unauthorized bicycles, or any other wheel devices not permitted on the course, but wheelchair and hand cycle participants are allowed.
To do a hand cycle for what?
For the LA Marathon.
When's that?
March of 2018.
You want to do it with me?
I haven't agreed to that yet.
But it's a possibility.
Yeah, it would be really cool.
So I get home from my run. I get home from my run and Garrett's like, what'd you say, babe?
I said you sweat right here on the inside of your elbows because it was all dark.
And you said it's weird.
Yeah, I've always sweat here.
Because I sweat here.
That's standard.
And then I sweat in between my arms right there. That is kind of weird, I guess, if you look at it. On the inside of my elbow.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's a very densely like packed area of sweat.
Yeah, that's true. Can you be nice?
Well, I mean, I don't sweat at all.
Do you guys sweat in weird places, or is it just me? It is kind of weird. It's only too, like, no, it's when I do the stair mill too, but it's really only like when I run. Good morning, everybody. So, walking to Starbucks to get an egg feta wrap. I'm trying to start daily vlogging again, but honestly, like, I just feel like I'm going through so many life changes. It's hard for me to vlog because I always want to vlog about like a certain topic or something specific, but I feel like life is not about certain topics or things. I feel like life in general is just a lot going on at once. So I hope you guys don't mind all these transitions I'm going through and everything, but I just had something that was on my mind. Obviously, after every time that I run, I just got back from about a 3-4 mile run, and I always get really, you guys know that I get like motivated and like I just like a lot of things go through my mind and stuff like that when I just have like 30 minutes to myself to go run. But I just really wanted to quickly talk about, and I don't even know why I'm just doing this in the middle of nowhere, but it's gonna happen. I just want to quickly talk about like me competing, and I'm gonna sit down and talk to you guys more about it, but as of right now, like, I'm not wanting to compete. I definitely like gave it my all for, I think it was like 2.5 months, so almost an entire prep. But the entire time, like, it's really hard when you prep because there's a lot more stress that goes on with just like getting your fitness on. Like, there's a lot of stress that goes into it. And for me, it's mainly the pressure of like, there's so many drugs now in the bodybuilding world, especially, you know, as a bikini pro and being one of the top bikini pros. What it's evolving into is just a lot of girls on steroids and illegal drugs, and drugs that I'm super against. And it's not the fact that I don't think that I can actually compete with them, because I've already proved myself. It's the fact of just being in an industry that's so full of drugs, and there's so many bad side effects, that's as far as drugs and things that these drugs cause afterwards and in the long term use of them, that nobody talks about. And I've heard it from people, you know, I've had conversations with people, and people that have done drugs, steroids, as bikini pros and competitors, and the side effects they're serious, you know, their depression, their anxiety, their hormonal issues. And so this is everything that I preach against. And here I am, like, supporting and like repping like an industry that I love for the sake of bodybuilding, but not what it's like coming to. And I guarantee you 99.9% of any bikini pro, physique pro, and everybody is on something. And it's just as athletes, I don't feel like the federation pays us enough. They don't pay us anything, actually, as athletes, and we sacrifice our whole lives and everything, you know, for competing. And I just have a lot of like negative feelings about it, because of the drugs, because of the underpay, because of the misrepresentation of us as athletes in the bodybuilding community. And so when I was, you know, prepping, I found, you know, I was super stressed out about just about what I was going to go up against, about what I'm representing, and like I kind of was just like back and forth with it all, you know. But I tried it again because I love bodybuilding. Like, I got into bodybuilding not to take enhancement drugs or anything like that, like to get my body to the like highest peak on drugs. Like, for me, it was just getting it to the highest peak naturally, and nowadays that's just not enough. And I found plant-based, you know, because being a bodybuilder, like, you know, we're consuming at least five servings a day of like meat. And now that I'm, you know, finding a more natural, healthy way, and feeling way better, it's kind of just like, I don't know, I'm kind of just like, I have a really hard time with the whole bodybuilding, like, competitive world. And so that's why I was out of the gym for like a week, and I just felt so bad. But I felt like I don't know, I just felt really confused about it, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out how to be in the gym without being in the competitive mindset. I don't know how to do that yet, and I'm trying to find my balance. And that's why I just went back to running, because it's just simple. You get out, you clear your head, you on the road, like, you don't have to stress about anything. But at the end of the day, it's like still something physical. And like, I hadn't been to the gym in a week, and I went to the gym once, and like, not the gym, I'm sorry, I went and ran once, and Garrett was tripping out yesterday. He's like, you were like so happy. I'm like, I know, it's crazy. And I always just think like I have to be in the gym bodybuilding in order for me to be happy, but I used to love running. That used to be my thing. So anyway, I'm just venting right now, but I just want to tell you guys, like, whatever your fitness is, like, pursue it, you know. There's so many people, their excuses, I don't have a gym, I'm like, you know, with my kids, like, every day, or like I go to school or whatever. Like, everybody has time to go walk or run, like, at least. If you can just do something physical, like, that's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything like super crazy. If you're just getting out there and going and running, or just even walking, or just getting up and like stretching, like, do something physical, you know, to better yourself. So I hope I'm not rambling too much, but I just wanted to let you guys know that as long as you're doing something physical every day, like, that's enough, you know. As long as you're trying to better yourself every day, that's enough. I've been wanting to start running again for like the last couple years, and I swear every day, like, it goes through my mind, like, I want to go for a run, like, finally, after like couple years, like, here I am running, you know. So I didn't give up, like, I finally did it after 2 years. But just to show you guys, like, some things take time, you know. And we're all human, and we're all on this journey together, because nobody has their life figured out. Nobody will ever have their life figured out. It's just going day by day and taking everything that comes to us, you know, good and bad. It's a lesson to be learned, to be able to have a choice to react to those things, the things that get thrown at us, good or bad. It's how we react to them is how we actually pave the path for our own life. So anything that happens to you in your life, you know, you might not have control over the situation that happens to you, but you do have control over the way that you actually react to life. So make sure that you are learning from things, you know, maybe that you have done wrong. You're learning from them, you know, and you're moving forward. That's the main thing, is just to learn from it and to move forward. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and we were just talking about, you know, how that person's life was just like really just out of control, and like they couldn't like control anything that was happening in their lives and their relationship, you know. But I said, you know, that doesn't make you a bad person because you can't get out of the bad relationship that you're in. That doesn't make you like a weak person. That just makes you a person that needs to take those lessons that happen to you every day and literally do something with them. Meaning, don't just let it happen and don't learn anything from it. Like, the greatest gift in life is like being able to learn from our mistakes. That's what pays us. That's what carves us into the people that we are today. That's what gives us our character. That's what gives us our strength. That's what gives us the motivation to do things. So when all those things get thrown at you, literally learn from them. Look for the lesson. That is everything that I do, you guys. Like, I've been through a lot in my life, and literally looking for the lesson, and all the negative things is what got me through everything. So I encourage you guys to find the lesson in everything, good or bad, and I encourage you guys to follow your heart. That's what I'm doing right now, and that's why my life just seems all over the place. But it's actually not, it's just chaotic in my head, because I'm like, what am I doing? Am I bodybuilding? Am I running? Am I going plant-based? Am I not eating meat anymore? Like, I just have all these like things going on, and it's just life, you know? And so anyway, that's my morning ramble. I think I'll just make this a vlog. I think I'm just gonna start talking off the top of my head. I'm gonna post it, because the other one you guys really liked, and I didn't even think that one made sense, but let me know if you guys like this video. I just want to show you guys and tell you guys like where I'm at, and it's okay to be, you know, normal and going through this crazy journey we call life. So love you guys. What's up, guys? So me and Roxy are here in my back room, and I told you guys that we already designed we sketched, designed, and have sent everything to the manufacturer. Now we are using these Pantone books. And we are plugging in all these colors in the designs now, as well as my graphic design that I worked with a graphic designer from scratch. I actually designed a graphic that I'm going to plug into all of my designs as well as the Pantone colors, and it's just really, really exciting because it's all really coming to life now, even though it's like taken so long. But also, I designed, how many pieces did we actually design? 8?
Like about 8 or 9 of them. Yeah.
We designed about 8 or 9 pieces, which is it's actually a lot for my first launch. It's a lot, but I want you guys to have variety, and I really believe in this brand and what I'm doing. What I'm designing you've never seen a design like it in the fitness industry. Everything's from scratch. Everything's things I've thought of for the last like few years, because I've always wanted to design, and I'm just doing it now. So they're one-of-a-kind things, and I just wanted you guys to be able to have a good selection. And I know people follow certain things, it's like soft launches and stuff like that, but I never follow the rules anyway. So I'm actually going to design a couple more things, because I'm not super happy with all 8 pieces that I designed. I'm particularly not happy with just like a couple, so I'm going to redesign them, sketch them, design them, and then send them to the manufacturer. So it's just a long process, but we are hopefully launching by fall, because these are fall colors. But it's just a long process, and I love bringing you guys along with me. I'm actually looking for a warehouse right now too. I didn't realize how long it was going to take, but the leases on these buildings are normally like 3-year leases minimum. So it's a process, you know, finding the right location, finding the right amount of space, finding, you know, making sure that it's in my budget. So once we get everything, I should already have, within the next 2 to 3 months, I will be launching the apparel line. So I'm going to be just kind of talking with you guys more and more about it. Like I said, this is all learning process for me too. So Roxy's kind of showing me the ropes with everything, and she's coming on full-time hopefully soon when we open up the warehouse. So she's a really strong asset to the team. Did I say that? Asset. No pun intended. She's a really strong asset to my team, and I probably have her like a day or 2 out of the week, but once I get her full-time, like, we'll be non-stoppable. Why can't I talk right now? We will be a non-stoppable team. But she's really, really talented, and she's very creative, and we kind of just work on the same level of like ideas and stuff like that. Because me by myself, I'm very indecisive. So you guys see this Pantone book, it has like, okay, I'm gonna over exaggerate, it has like 10,000 colors in it, and so I'm like super indecisive about things. So she just tells me, like, she's my second voice when it comes to all that, and it's just super easy for me to get work done when she's around, especially when it comes to design, because I have the ideas in my head, but it's a whole nother story when you actually sketch them out, plug them into a computer, send tech packs, talk to the manufacturer, like pull out the colors, work with a graphic designer. Like, when you're doing it all from scratch, like, it's a long process. So this is definitely something that I've been working on. I think we've already mentioned this has been like a year, right? Something like that. Yeah. So I'm making sure that I'm happy with everything, and just everything is right for you guys, because I know a lot of people are excited about it, and so am I. This is like a dream come true for me. This is like the #1 thing I've always wanted to do since I was little. I wanted to be a designer. I didn't know I was going to be a fitness designer, but we're going into fitness apparel. So fashion design is something I want to do as well in the future. I want to bring like very fashion forward apparel to you guys, which I feel like really slacks like in the fitness apparel line for women. And every time I've literally like went into like Lululemon's like one of my favorites for sure, but like everybody else, like I just feel like they're way behind. And every time I go into like anywhere else, like I'm never satisfied with like the material. I'm never satisfied with the designs. I'm always like, man, like I wish they had it. Like I'll think it in my mind, like what kind of leggings I wish somebody had in their store, what kind of jacket I wish somebody had, because I feel like it's just all so basic. And I feel like the fitness apparel like industry needs to be more louder, especially when it comes to the women's line. You guys know I preach about like being different and just about being bold and stuff like that, and strong and straightforward, and that's just what my apparel line is going to represent. I also definitely want to bring you know, extra small sizes to XL to XXL, because I know like a lot of people have asked you know, about having diversity in my line, meaning not just like your typical, like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, like pretty skinny girl. Like there's so many women that come in every shape and size, and I feel like that really really lacks in the fitness industry. Like I feel like anybody at any size should be able to fit into my clothes. I feel like women at every size are beautiful, and I feel like there's not a lot of companies that actually cater to like, you know, extra large sizes and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to do my best to bring you guys what I truly believe in, and all these, you know, designs and graphic designs and everything that I've been working so hard on for the last year, and it's just getting closer and closer. And so I'm super excited about it, and I'm super excited to move into a warehouse and just have like a YouTube like area to record for you guys, and like have, you know, like an area where I can photograph like all the apparel, also for my fashion line that I'll talk about more in the future. And then I want to have like a little gym in there to be able to like record like, you know, workouts without having to be distracted by being in like in a public gym, and then also having storage and office space. So it's a lot. It's not easy, but I love everything that I do, and so I truly feel like I never work a day in my life. And I just feel really truly blessed to be able to be in the position that I am, and that you guys actually allow me to speak my mind, and you guys support that, and you guys support everything that I do. At the end of the day, I'm just like you guys, and I told you guys the only difference is I'm doing it and you're not. I'm talking about the gym. But any one of you guys can be in my position right now. You just gotta really truly work hard and not let, you know, the negativity or other people's opinions like sway, you know, your path that you know you should be walking on. So anyway, stay tuned.